So after getting emotional a bit in my last video, it made me think of the Theo clip that was going around a week and a half or so ago. You can look it up. I think it was episode 653 of his podcast, somewhere around the 45-minute mark. He starts talking about God, talking about Jesus. Somebody called in with a question on, changing bad habits. And Theo got real and real emotional. And he talks about how, he, in going to AA himself, he had, he would pray to be fixed, pray to, help him break his bad habits. But he would know that even as he was praying that, he's not really going to try and fix himself. And, he's a witty and introspective person. He's very interesting. I haven't followed him a ton, but he's definitely a clever dude. And he talks about, changing adding to his prayers, not just to be wanting to be fixed in changing the behavior, but wanting to be fixed even deeper, where he, the parts of him that don't actually want to fix the behavior, he wants that. And he uses the metaphor of, don't just come into the water in the well, come into the mortar between the bricks. And that's, he's broken that deep, and ultimately we all have a part of us that are broken that deep. And he brings up John chapter 5, the man at the well, and was been trying to get to the middle of the well first to be healed for years and years and years. And Jesus comes up to him and he asks him, "Do you want to be saved?" And he reflects on that, wanting to be saved. And does he, being saved changes who you are. It changes your story. It changes everything. And he kind of ponders on whether or not he truly wants to be saved. And he's like, he comes to the conclusion, I think I do. And it seems like such an obvious answer to some people, but to others, to be truly fixed in what ails you, it means a dramatic change in your life, and not everyone's ready for that. And it's really cool watching somebody with, an audience as big as his talk about Jesus. And, it's like we've been looking at him for all this time, and seeing him change in such a way is beautiful. It's amazing. And it means Jesus is already there. He's working his way in. And I can't wait to see where he goes with it. That's it.